Not long after pandemic broke out, conspiracy theorists found ways to link it with 5G technology. The close timing between the trials of 5G cell phone towers and the outbreak of the pandemic, according to them, was not just a coincidence. 5G technology and the effects of radiation caused by it was somehow to blame. Soon after, mobs of people started burning down cell phone towers all across Europe. Surprisingly, more than 50 cell phone towers had been torched in the UK within a month. There were reports of assault on telecom engineers and technicians as well. But did 5G really cause the pandemic to spread? Was the government really hiding the adverse effects of 5G technology? How much the claims were true? Let's find out. Conspiracy theorists have been warning about the harmful effects of 5G radiation for years. But recently, one claim had been gaining more steam. The harmful effects of the radiation made people's immune system weaker. That is how 5G got linked with the spread of the pandemic. A quick reminder, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, click the subscribe button and turn your notifications to never miss a video. We're regularly uploading fresh and new content. So let's begin with the countdown of the top 5 myths associated with 5G technology. Number 5. 5G is the reason behind the pandemic. All the fuss behind 5G bringing your immune system down, allowing the pandemic to spread rapidly, which consequently led to people damaging cell phone towers. We would say that it got all little out of hand. In all the violence that ensued, people even damaged existing cell phone towers that were vital to communication during such a critical situation. There are also claims suggesting that 5G and the pandemic are strategies to depopulate the earth. The short answer is no. 5G does not help in the spread of the disease. It is spread by respiratory droplets from infected people when they cough or sneeze and you happen to be in close proximity with them. It is not carried by 5G waves. In fact, the countries which have been most severely hit by the pandemic did not even have any 5G infrastructure built or any trials carried out. So even if it were to degrade the immune system, which it doesn't, for 5G technology to have such profound effects all over the world during such early stages is just not possible. 5G is a low-frequency transmission system that does not affect human cells. So there is no possibility that it can cause any damage to the immune system. More on the health effects of 5G coming up ahead. Number 4. 5G is a threat to public health. With the launch of every new wireless technology came health concerns. It is even believed that Wi-Fi is harmful to our health. But today, we are surrounded by it everywhere and it has become an integral part of our lives. It wasn't surprising when a theory emerged stating that since 5G is a technology that promises extremely high-speed data transfer, it should mean it has stronger radiation effects which are harmful to health. But there is enough scientific data to back the fact that 5G is actually harmless. There are two types of radiations, ionizing and non-ionizing. Ionizing radiations operate in high frequency and cause damage to human cells. X-rays and gamma rays fall under ionizing radiations, which is why too much exposure to X-rays is restricted. Wireless communication technologies such as Wi-Fi, 2G, 3G and 4G all lie within non-ionizing radiations and have low frequencies which are completely harmless. 5G technology uses a frequency higher than existing communication technology, but even this falls well within the limits of non-ionizing radiation and is way too far behind the frequencies that can cause any damage to human cells. So there is no reason to be afraid of it. Number 3. 5G is only for smartphones. You must have heard about 5G bringing extremely high-speed internet access to your phones and how you will be able to download huge files in just seconds. It is, in fact, 10 times faster than existing technology. Well, that doesn't mean it is just for you to binge your Netflix shows on your smartphone. 5G will bring a world of possibilities for the Internet of Things. It will change how Internet-enabled devices communicate with each other. Your smart home, for instance. It can allow all your smart devices to communicate much faster. With the ability to connect more number of devices than traditional 4G, the new 5G technology can make the way for efficient smart cities where everything is connected with each other. It is going to affect all the industries in one way or other. It can allow remote operation of equipment on farms and change the way farming is carried out. There are plenty of possibilities. Number 2. 5G is just about the bandwidth. Well, 5G does operate on a larger bandwidth, and so it enables high-speed data transfer, allowing you to send large streams of data within seconds. But another important benefit that it brings to the table is low latency. Now, latency is the amount of time required for a packet of data transmitted from sender to reach the receiver. The higher the latency is, the more time it takes for the data to reach the destination. So the lower the latency, the less time it takes. It is desirable to have this as close to zero as possible, but that is not practically achievable. But 5G technology promises a latency of less than 10 milliseconds, meaning almost real-time data transfer. This will open a world of options for doctors to operate and perform surgeries remotely. It will also enable industry and operators control heavy machinery in real time from remote locations. It can allow cars on the street to communicate with each other in real time and make the roads safer for everyone. Number 1. 5G will completely replace 4G. 5G is not a technology that can be quickly installed and brought into operation. The 5G spectrum can house 1 million devices per square kilometer compared to about 4,000 per square kilometer for 4G. But that brings a drawback, which is it can only operate on a much smaller range. So more number of cell towers will have to be installed compared to 4G networks to cover a certain area. This means a higher cost of installation, and so a major rollout over the entire world is a long way from now. With initial trials in a select few cities and then moving over to select countries, it can take years if not decades for 5G technology to completely replace existing wireless technologies. So don't throw your 4G enabled phone right away. We still have a long way to go. Those were a few myths surrounding 5G technology. We hope you have liked the video. If so, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel for future content. This is Masterlist. See you in the next one.